and welcome to the Catapult Digital Workplace Summit. You're watching the Group Lifecycle Management session. Throughout this session, you will see a QR code at the bottom of your screen. If you would like to talk to someone from Catapult, please use that code to reach out to us. My name is Nick Brown, and I serve as the Digital Workplace Technical Solution Lead for Catapult. I'm responsible for technical solution design and delivery enablement in various facets of our digital workplace offering. I'm excited to walk you through group life cycles today. In this session, we will be covering what is an M365 group, what is group life cycle, the 5 stages, the maturity model, and where are you as an organization. First, let's define M365 groups. Microsoft 365 groups let you choose a set of people with whom you wish to collaborate and easily set up a collection of resources for those people to share. Adding members to the group automatically grants the needed permissions to all assets provided by the group. Both Teams and Yammer use Microsoft 365 groups to manage their membership. M365 groups include a suite of linked resources that users can use for communication and collaboration. Depending on how you create the group, you can optionally add other services such as Teams, Yammer, and Project. Now that we have established an understanding of the basic function of an M365 group, let's dive deeper into its normal lifecycle. A group has a purpose that's aligned with a project or accomplishing a goal. Even if a group is formed based on a shared interest, the group membership will probably change over time and the discussion might grow stale. Each group has a beginning, when it is created, a middle, when the group is used and collaboration occurs to match the rhythm of the workflow, and sometimes an end, when the group has completed its purpose and reached the end of its useful life. These life cycle states can be further broken down into 5 stages. 5 stages of a group. These stages represent key milestones in the M365 group lifecycle. Each surfaces specific questions that should be addressed. Each of these stages can be a manual process, automated, or a combination of the two. Stage 1, ideation. In this stage, a user has an idea for collaboration. That could include a team, a site, or a group. Questions they need to understand are, does this already exist? Is this the right tool? Is there a template? Is this functional or organizational? Stage 2 represents request. A request is made through technology or an authorized agent to bring their idea to fruition. As an organization, you need to determine answers to the following questions. Who can make a request? Is this restricted to a subset of users or open to the organization? How is the request captured? Are we using out-of-the-box tools? Is there a form that goes to a specific agent, or is there an app that handles these requests? Is there an approval process? Does this need access controls? Regarding access controls, is this internal public or internal private? Are we allowing external users? Do we allow non-IT owners? How many owners are required? Is there a list of users that need access? Which template should be used? Finally, how long is this needed? Next, we have stage 3, creation. When the request is received, following key governance considerations should be addressed. First, who can create this? Are we allowing everyone to create these collaboration tools or only admins? Are we allowing a specific AD group, or is this automated by a third-party tool? Are we requiring naming conventions? Do we require a managed path? Are we requiring access controls or external access? Are sensitivity labels required? Then how is the template applied? Is that manual? Are we using out-of-the-box templates? Or are we scripting the template application? Next, we have stage 4, monitor. To confirm continued usage, key questions should be addressed regarding monitoring. First, is this still in use? And by still in use, are we defining that by the documents are still being modified, there are new posts, or plans are being updated within the group or site? Is this past its expiration date? Are external users still accessing the content? Is membership up to date? And how are we tracking that membership? Are users that are no longer part of the team removed? Is this manually managed by the owner or admins? Or is this managed by a dynamic group? Or is this automated? How are we tracking that usage? And how are we notified if there is an issue? Finally, move to stage 5, archive. Once end of life is reached, you must determine what becomes of the content. How are users notified? Are users notified of a pending archival, or does that just happen automatically? Is that confirmed with owners? Are extensions allowed? Is there a process to request an extension by the user? Are we automating that extension process? What happens to the content? Is it saved? Is it deleted? Is it made read-only? Can that action change based on the template that was used? Where is the data being saved, and how long is it being archived? Now that we have identified some key lifecycle factors to consider, let's review how this fits in the maturity model. Moving into the governance pillar, you'll notice that this tracks the maturity of group lifecycle. As you identify and define your process using the 5 stages, you will naturally climb this maturity model. So let's give our eyes a little bit of a break and move on to the next section where we can take a closer look at each of these levels. So now let's do some critical thinking and review each level of the governance maturity model. At the base level, local groups set guidelines. There's manual management and disabled sharing. Moving to low, we have org-wide usage guidelines, automated group creation, and limited sharing control. Stepping up to mid, we have executive sponsorship of guidelines, user-level external sharing control, and automated group archival. Next, with high, we have data-driven group management, insight-driven external sharing, and analysis. And finally, with Excel, we have insights and AI driving group management and sharing, and future feature planning. So it can be a challenge to define where you rate as an organization using only an overview. Here, we will dig a little deeper and review some key indicators for each level. At the at the base level, we have ad hoc creation, no formal request process, duplication, governance and security not implemented, no naming conventions, and we're not considering archiving. Moving to low, we have guidelines in place for when to use groups and teams. Group creation is automated. There are some functional templates defined, and we have a basic governance and security control. At the mid-level, we have leadership backing, which fosters broad adoption of the guidelines. We have functional templates in place. We have a defined approval process, robust governance and security controls, followed by an archival process that is defined and automated. Moving up to high, we have insight-driven analysis of user access patterns, monitoring and auditing external usage. And finally, moving to Excel, we have automated group management based on insights, and future platform feature updates are a part of your internal roadmap. So understand that each level of the maturity model has an impact on your organization. Let's look at some of those key impacts next. At the base level, there's rampant duplication, uncontrolled growth leading to sprawl, undefined access controls. Staying at this level is generally a recipe for dissatisfaction with your users, and it's difficult for IT professionals to maintain and manage. Stepping to low, users have a better understanding of when and how to request. There's improved findability, and there's faster collaboration ramp up using templates. Moving further into the mid, there's a real return of investment from a tenant management perspective. There's clearly defined standards for new requests. There's process consistency, and we're leveraging the breadth of governance tools within the platform. Taking it a step further into high, we have the users relying on the platform for their day-to-day work. It's work enhancing and it's not detrimental. And the lifecycle is fluid and frictionless. Finally, moving into Excel, we're ready to integrate future platform functionality into a mature process. We're using AI and insights to drive management, and we're automating usage monitoring. So maturing your organization is not impossible, but it does take some care and feeding. Using these 5 stages to grow your organizational maturity, the questions described in the preceding slides are meant to highlight key concepts. It's perfectly acceptable to start this process manually. So automate what makes sense when it makes sense. So Catapult is happy to help you through this process. If you're interested in learning more, feel free to use the QR code on the left to contact us directly. Additionally, we'd really appreciate it if you could fill out the feedback form using the QR code on the right. Thank you very much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate it.